After the first step of opening an account, this is the next step that you should follow. Very important, evaluation of qualification and accreditation, which involves also verification, consent form, as well as assessor and moderator accreditation. Let's proceed. Hello, welcome. This is just part of the second process where we are continuing from the first element which required us to open an account. As you well know, for you to apply for your evaluation of qualification, then proceed to assessor accreditation and moderator accreditation, you first have to have an account with BQA. And you can see what is on my screen, that if you have one, at least you should be able to access. From the previous page, from the previous process, we saw how to register, meaning how you can proceed and register using a particular form provided. So if you get yourself here and you're a new account holder, you may need to apply an account through your email activation to get you here to access. Now that is from our previous video that was describing step-by-step simulation on how to get there. Now we are now in the second stage where we should be able now to proceed to see how you go ahead to apply for your evaluation of qualification. My assumption is you have an account, you have a password like me, and I'm just going to click login so that I can proceed to the account. I remember we ended at this juncture. So when you're applying for evaluation of qualification as an individual, you use individual application submission, I beg your pardon. For companies who are doing accreditation, which is through consultancy or through workplace or through maybe conventional process, then you need to go to the company application submission, which is on your right. Okay, so for now I'll just proceed quickly to apply here next to the individual. So when I click there, you can see I'm provided with a couple of options. We saw this in our last video, and then you're going to see application for evaluation of qualification, which is the first thing. Then you have application for registration and accreditation of assessor and moderator. I think these are the most important things that you may need when you are accrediting yourself or evaluating for your qualification. Other things may come at a later stage, but these are the initial two aspects that you may need. So we're going to proceed quickly to applying as an evaluation of qualification, which on your right, you're going to see apply now. So the minute you click there, you're going to see a form provided for you. Now with me, I have a very clear description where you can see you have local application. If I click here, this is for those people who have acquired a qualification within Botswana jurisdiction, and you require to pay some amount, in which this amount under local may be 1,000 pula. All right, so pay attention to that. If your qualifications are acquired through within Botswana, and number two, these qualifications were certified through here through local accredited institution, then you may need to go through this process. But this is a little bit different for those institutions that you may have gone to school here or college, but certification is from outside, meaning a university from outside or from South Africa, which are affiliated through the institution. So that may not be considered as a local qualification. That may be an international qualification, which now will force you to proceed to the external. And in this case, the amount to be paid, it is 2,000. So for verification of external qualification, you may need to go through external qualification. So you may need to pay 2,000. All right, so I think it's very clear. When we get here, you choose what process you may want to proceed. Okay, so it's pretty easy. So I'll go back to local, assuming that I go through local, and then there is a verification form during your application for evaluation where you need to get to send to the institution that you acquired your qualification for them to verify whether it's true that that qualification was acquired through that institution. That is referred to as a verification form, where you have to have it filled and also sent to BQA. We may come back to that at a later stage, so that at least to make sure that your application is done quickly and swiftly. So what you need to do here, just click submitted to BQA, because of course automatically when you're at this stage, you're expecting that the institution may have sent that verification of qualification to BQA. So I'm just going to proceed quickly and get to the next step. So the next step, what you're going to do is at this juncture now, you may require now to quickly fill about a 6-step process. So I quickly going to click here, Mr. All right, gender male. Then of course, if I have a middle name, I can, which is not a requirement, and you can see my name, which is given here for you to proceed. Then if I have the qualification, now you can see full name as it appears in the qualification. So make sure that in your qualification you're very clear how your name looks like, so that at least you enter that name as it should be appear. It had appeared here, so I'll just leave it at this point. Now I don't have previous name. Of course, when I go to nationality, I can pick any nationality, be it maybe, let's say Botswana. So the minute you look for Botswana, just scroll a little bit quicker and you may see, okay, I'll choose Botswana here, and then of course there, and then probably you can fill in maybe your passport, for example. Maybe put another number, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, quick one for the passport. Date of birth, so choose a particular date in which now you can demonstrate your date of birth. So in this case, fill in your date of birth very quickly. So I just choose here probably something to do with 2006. I'll choose May 10th, just for the sake of showing you, and probably I can proceed quickly to my number, which is 76066, and then that's it, so that we can quickly feed up. You don't need to have facts, so this is just a way of showing you how to proceed very quickly so that you can proceed to the next stage. Then you're being requested to state what is the purpose of your evaluation of qualification. There are a couple of items: employment, further studies, registration with a professional body, immigration. So probably I can choose anything. Well, why not choose immigration? Why not? So let's see. Then next, you just proceed and see what comes next. So the next thing that you're going to see is information on education institution. So the institution in which you are sending your qualification. There could be two, probably your higher qualification or the other qualification, which is referred to as preceding qualification. So in any case, we say indicate the qualification to be evaluated. So the qualification to be evaluated probably could be MBA. Okay, now you can now state probably the date that it was acquired. Probably you can say 2020, let's say 2027, probably the 3rd of May, and probably when was it completed. Probably you could choose another late date, maybe 2023, and then you can choose the same date as well. So it's a quick application. Qualification title, name of the full qualification, MBA, which is, oh, probably, I beg your pardon, I have to repeat the name of the institution here. Probably could be UB, or University of Botswana. Let me just say UB, or write in full in this case. And probably the name of qualification is MBA, but write it in full because it has to be in full. Okay. Then was it acquired full time? So you quickly fill up there. Number 2, you should also have maybe a qualification award. Where was it awarded? Maybe I can choose any other country, but you know your country, so you can quickly fill up here. So remember, that's a very important aspect. Then on the other side, you have to fill up quickly, indicate the qualification preceding, meaning the qualification before the one that you're evaluating. It's very important for BQA to trace your progression through through the NCQA framework to see where you're coming from to where you're going to. So your prior before your degree, your prior before your master, maybe your prior is your form 5 before your bachelor's degree should be filled up here. So again, you could actually say a particular school, maybe Broadhurst, not Broadhurst, maybe let's say LKC or Livingston Colobane College. Again, this should be date way further, which is probably you may have done this quite a long time ago, which is 2003. Okay, what do we have next? I choose any date, which is okay. So from which date? Maybe probably like we say, what do we do? Let's say 2003 quickly. You can just fill up there. All right, when did you complete? Probably say 2007, which is okay. Choose any date here. So these are simple forms that need to be done. Now, what is the name of your preceding? Maybe form 5. Some people may say B, probably could be postgraduate. It could be certificate, it could be diploma. It could also be your secondary high school, which is BGC BGCSE if you want, which if it's that's the high your preceding, it depends on what you need to look to indicate here. Your full-time as well, preceding qualification country award. So choose the country in which maybe probate was awarded. Again, it could be Botswana, and this is what is the important part. Then you proceed. Now, this is the most important, and this is what I wanted to show you. So the purpose of this video is to demonstrate the things you need to attach. So pay attention to this. One, you need to attach a certificate copy of identity document, preceding certificate copy. You can see, certified qualification transcript, a certified copy of preceding qualification, which is a certificate. If it's form 5 that you're dealing with, it might not have a transcript, so you can always attach the same thing. A certified copy of qualification, or letter of award for the qualification you're seeking evaluation for, its transcript. Then of course here it's just not really much important. It's supplementary, which is not important. Translation document is that document which in any case that document may not be in English, like in Chinese, any other country, then you may need to give the translation document. Of course, you can have copy of verification information. Of course, that was the copy for verification document that you had. And of course, proof of change. If you've changed your name, which is different from your qualification, then of course you need to show that through an affidavit or through probably your marriage certificate. So a quick one to help me proceed, I'll just pick any attachment document. So allow me just to take any document just to allow me to put this. So we're assuming these are different certificates that you're attaching. My assumption is scan each document at time, scan each document by its own, so that you're able to attach where that document falls within this case. So in any case, because I'm just demonstrating, because it won't allow me to proceed until I've attached some documents where they're supposed to be done. I think those are enough. Probably verification document that you got from the institution, probably you can also put there. And of course, when you proceed next, now it is going to give you an opportunity to go and fill up. Of course, there's something else, certified copy of your ID. I did not tick that. That should be part of that. So I just put there as anything to help me proceed. And of course, you can see with that, you're able to proceed to the next stage. So the process is pretty easy. Then you're going to get to a point where you have to actually give the consent, where you give the terms, you read the terms and then tick accept. The minute you click submit here, I will not click submit, then the next stage will be requested for you to pay. You may require to have your card with you, but because the next stage is you should have either to swipe through an EFT. Now the process now has been made electronic, and through these days there's no checks, so you just have to enter and make a payment of 1,000 through your swiping. So make sure you have funds ready for submission through the system. So I'll just end here because I've already showed you now the demonstration and the simulation up to the end. So next time follow those steps and it should be easy for you to submit your evaluation of qualification. It is still the same process when it comes to accreditation as as an assessor, or maybe accreditation as a moderator. Don't forget these steps. I'll post them for you on the platform so that you can always review these steps as you would want to wish. Thank you so much, and let's see how you can do this by yourself. Thank you.